and welcome to SW News. Migrant workers, tourists, students, and other people stranded in different parts of the country were on Wednesday allowed to move to their respective destinations with certain conditions, which came as a big relief to the people in distress. In an order, Union Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla said that buses shall be used for transport of such groups of stranded people, and these vehicles will be sanitized and will have to follow safe social distancing norms in seating. The Home Ministry order, however, did not specify whether a person or a family can travel in a private vehicle and, if allowed, under what conditions. The ministry said all states and union territories should designate nodal authorities and develop standard protocols for receiving and sending such stranded persons. The nodal authorities shall also register the stranded persons within their states or union territories, it said. In case a group of stranded persons wish to move between one state and union territory and another state and union territory, the sending and receiving states may consult each other and mutually agree to the movement by road. Now, the moving persons would be screened and those found asymptomatic would be allowed to proceed. The states and union territories falling on the bus transit route will allow the passengers of such person. On arrival at their destination, they would be assessed by the local health authorities and kept in home quarantine unless assessment requires keeping the persons in institutional quarantine. Now, they would be kept under watch with the periodic health checkups. All those people who avail the opportunity will be encouraged to use Arogya Setu app, through which their health status can also be monitored and tracked. The decision of the central government will be a big relief to several lakh migrant workers, students, tourists, and other people who are stranded in different parts of the country. Now, we at SW News yesterday spoke to Rajendran Narayanan of Stranded Workers Action Network, who prepared a report on the condition of migrant workers. More than 90% of them haven't received cooked food or dry ration, and close to 70% of them, 70% of the people they interviewed weren't even paid the wages. And their distress was visible throughout the lockdown. Since the lockdown began, thousands of migrants began walking towards their homes, covering thousands of kilometers by foot without any food or even water in a scorching heat. And several migrant workers walking towards home also died in this process. Now, several states, including Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Gujarat, Punjab, Assam, Chhattisgarh, and Rajasthan, have already brought back thousands of their students and tourists stuck in different parts of the country via bus services. However, most of the migrant workers, tourists, and other people continue to stuck in their places of work or in the shelter homes arranged by the state in which they are stranded. Now, there have been at least 3 protests by migrant workers in Surat, in Gujarat in recent weeks, as they have been demanding a passage to their home states. A recent one at the Diamond Bourse in Surat turned violent as stranded workers pelted stones and broke the glass of the buildings and damaged vehicles. A few hundred people had also gathered about a fortnight ago in Bandra in Mumbai after being influenced by rumors that trains would start to North India. Now, yesterday there was a massive protest in Sangareddy area of Hyderabad, where hundreds of workers came out demanding that they should be given a passage to go back to their hometowns. Now, various areas across India, many cities across India are witnessing this kind of a migrant exodus, where migrant workers are walking towards their hometowns. Thousands of kilometers they are covering by their foot and walking towards their native places. Now, one sentiment among the migrant workers is that with no food in the hand, with no food to eat, with no job and no money in their hands, they need to go back to their hometown. There is a desperation among the migrant workers to return to their native places and return to their families. However, in the past 1 month since Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced the first phase of the lockdown on March 23rd, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had asked people to stay where they are, and that is why the Ministry of Home Affairs had issued an order prohibiting any kind of a movement between the state, any kind of a movement within the state as well, and there was a complete lockdown that was imposed in the country. And for this period of a month or more, the migrant workers were the ones who suffered the most, with no food, with no job, and with no money in their hands. Well, as they say, better late than never. So as per that proverb, we can see that government, maybe even after 1 and more month, that the government has finally woken up to the migrant workers crisis, and it has asked the state governments and union territories to facilitate the interstate movement of standard workers and tourists and students as well. However, it has also asked the state and union territories to develop some standard operating procedure. Now, first one to do that is Maharashtra state, and in Maharashtra, the maximum number of migrant workers and laborers are standard. So Maharashtra first of all developed this standard operating procedure, and let me read out to you what are the provisions under the standard operating procedure and what are the measures listed under the list. As per the standard operating procedure for movement of standard person, the Maharashtra government has appointed Dr. Nitin Karir, Additional Chief Secretary of Revenue, along with Srimati Kundan, who is Principal Secretary, Women and Child Development Department, and Abhay Yavalkar, who is Director of State Disaster Management, as coordinators of this movement. The telephone numbers of the control rooms are also given in the list, and they are 022 22027990 or 022 220 and the email address is controlroom@maharashtra.gov.in. So if there is any movement of migrant workers, if you need permission for the movement of migrant workers or students or the tourist, then you can call these control rooms. The numbers are given and the email ID has also been given. All district collectors will be designated as nodal authorities for receiving and sending such stranded persons between the state and union territories and also within the state of Maharashtra. The nodal authority shall register the stranded persons within their district and submit their detailed list to the district collector of the district to which those persons desire to travel with a copy to their respective state nodal officer. For interstate movement, the sending and receiving state and union territory shall consult each other and mutually agree to the movement by road as also the schedule. No movement shall be, however, permitted into the state of Maharashtra unless the group of persons has obtained the letter from the appropriate district collector or the director of state disaster management. Now, apparently, without the permission, without the letter from the designated authorities, you cannot do the movement in the interstate or even inside the state. Similarly, no group of persons shall be allowed to leave the state unless they have an appropriate letter from the receiving state or district authority. The persons who desire to move shall be screened, and only those who do not show influenza-like symptoms or symptoms of COVID-19 shall be allowed to proceed. So, if you want to move to a different state, if you want to go to the native place, however, if you are showing the symptoms of COVID-19 or influenza, you will not be allowed to go to the state. In case of persons showing symptoms, the future course of treatment will be followed as per the standard health protocol. The letter of the sending state, union territories and district shall mention that the persons have been screened and are found to be asymptomatic. The letter of the sending state, union territories and district should also mention that the persons would abide by the protocol decided by the receiving state. All the persons who wish to travel by making their own arrangements can proceed on the basis of the letters of the sending and receiving state, union territories or district. Now, apparently, the Ministry of Health Affairs letter does not mention anything about people using their own vehicle and people making their own arrangement for traveling to different places during the lockdown. However, the Maharashtra Standard Operating Procedure does mention this, and it says that if you are traveling to different state, if you are traveling to different district or union territory, then you should have a relevant letter from the designated authorities. In the next point, it says that the vehicles being used or deployed for the transport of these persons will bear a transit pass issued by the sending state, union territory or district authority, and this pass will be for a fixed route and with a specific validity along with the name of the persons traveling. So if you are traveling by the vehicle, then this vehicle should be getting the transit pass. The district authorities, state or union territory authorities from where you are traveling will allow this transit pass. If your request is granted, then the pass will be for fixed route, so you cannot diverge from that route. There will be a fixed route that you have to tell them, and for that particular fixed route you will get the permit pass. Then it will be for specific validity, for specific time period the pass will be given to you. Such a transit pass shall be honored by the authorities of the state, union territories and districts along the transit route. Then in the next point, it mentions that destination-wise details of the persons allowed to travel will be shared by the respective state, union territory and district for the necessary follow-up. The vehicles, buses used for transport shall be necessarily sanitized before and after use, and social distancing norms shall be compulsorily followed in the seating arrangements. Any group of persons coming into Maharashtra will have to strictly follow the 14-day quarantine period, which will be ensured by the collectors, municipal commissioners. The last point, it mentions that on arrival at their destination, such persons would be assessed by the local health authorities and kept in home quarantine unless the assessment requires keeping the person in institutional quarantine. They would be kept under the watch with frequent health checkup, and for this purpose, such person may be encouraged to use Arogya Setu app, through which their health status can be monitored and tracked. The guidelines of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare on home quarantine may be referred to in this regard, which are available on the website. Now, after the MHA guideline, yesterday Maharashtra government has already sent 70 buses to Rajasthan's Kota to bring back the stranded students in that particular place. Now, as Maharashtra has issued standard operating procedure, other states are also required to formulate this standard operating procedure for the movement of migrants and stranded persons in their particular states. We will hope that other states also follow the suit of Maharashtra, and soon they will formulate a standard operating procedure so that the stranded workers, stranded migrant workers, tourists and students can go back to their hometowns.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.